Live with, there we go. Live with one person watching. You're on purpose, say something. Sometimes people accidentally come in and decide they don't want to be here and then leave. Now there's two people here. Hopefully, at least one of you's here on purpose. No, no, somebody wasn't. They left already. It didn't take long. You just came here to watch. Want to see me do the wave? Oh. I'm glad you're here on purpose. What's up, man? I figure I just keep randomly saying shit. Sooner or later, somebody will say something. Hope you're doing well. What was that in my shot? Hmm. Put my big ass hand in front of the camera. That still ain't right. That ain't right. Doing good, just chilling. I have been well. Extremely busy, but well. What is up, Brandy? Welcome. What the hell's happening with my camera? Oh, did I change that shit? That's what happened. I messed with the angle of my camera. All right, now we're doing well. Still trying to catch up on my video schedule. I'm still way behind. I pissed somebody off really bad yesterday. That's okay. They didn't like the way I reacted to a song. They're belly aching about it. Never missing a chance to call me a name, though. It was a garbage song. I said what I thought. They didn't think I did it well. I gotta get a new one of these shirts. This one's wearing out. Oh, it was that yeah, Brandy, the song was Lil Uzi Vert, Just Wanna Rock. It's a piece of shit. It's really bad. Just straight garbage. Normally, I would delete a video like that, but a lot of people ask me, to release ones that I normally delete. So I figured I'd release that one. It wasn't too bad. I promise you, I've done far worse, said far worse things. There's been videos during my reaction, I'll say something so bad that I just go, oh shit. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never been a big fan of his, but it seems like he's had some shit that I didn't hate. But yeah, it's weird. When people don't hear their opinion, or if I don't do it the way they think I should, they get upset. Oh, yeah, you won't like the song, Brandy, but you might like my reaction. So make sure you watch it all the way, or skip through till you see me talking. Person got upset. I'm being immature and disrespectful and something else. Yeah, that's how it is, Ghost. That's how I feel about everything. We all have different opinions. And if you don't like something I tell you to watch or listen to, okay, it is what it is. I mean, I've never gotten upset because somebody didn't like something I like. Start calling them names, go pouting off to my room. Damn it! I just knew they would love Alice Cooper. I love the dead. One of my all-time favorite Alice Cooper songs called "Cold Ethel" is about necrophilia. I'm not into that, but the song's cool. It's kind of funny. About a guy whose partner passes it, so he keeps her in the freezer so he can always see her. It's a good song. It's a love song. Yeah, I do too. I've loved Alice Cooper shit as long as I can remember. I like old Alice Cooper. I mean, I still like Alice Cooper. We just went and saw him last, I think it was November. That was my 7th time seeing him, and he's just as good now as he was ever was. I mean, he puts on a great show, very entertaining. I love a lot of his old school stuff, even some of his shitty albums. I love stuff off of them. Yeah, I seen Ozzy a long time ago. Uh, oh yeah, my daughter saw Alice and Motley on the farewell tour. Yeah, uh, yeah. I don't think Ozzy's going to be around much longer. It kills me to say that, but I'm pretty sure we ain't going to have him much longer. I mean, oh, and Brandy, in regards to your comment, Alice still sounds like Alice. You know, he surrounds himself with young, outstanding players. He can still sing. You understand what he's saying. You're not up there and holding the microphone out for you to sing because he can't sing. That kind of shit. Even like when we saw Alice Cooper, Ace Frehley opened up for him, and I enjoyed him way better than I ever enjoyed Kiss. Uh, but the songs that he knows he can't sing, he has younger guys in the band sing it so that it sounds good. Yeah, Nina was still with him when we saw him too. Uh, there's a lot of spec on why she left, but she's always welcome. Alice never tells anyone they can't return to his band ever. Everyone's always welcome back. I I think she left. She just wanted to do something different, and here's her chance to do that. You know, like the all female thing and stuff. I There's a lot of spec on why she left, but I haven't, from as far as her and Alice Cooper, I haven't heard anything bad. But I mean, Alice is a real class act. He wouldn't say anything bad anyways. But she's never said anything bad about him. Every interview I've ever seen, all she does is praise him. So yeah, she's a really outstanding guitar player. Says we got 4 people here. Only 2 of you are talking. At least somebody's talking. That's good. And only 1 like. Oh, thank you. I love this shirt. That's what I was saying in the beginning. I get a new one. This one's wearing out. I love this shirt. You have to get a new one made. I've searched for one on the internet and I can't find one just like this, but I want one just like this. So there's a t-shirt place next to where I work. And they do custom shirts, so I'm gonna see if I can get them to make me some more, but maybe in black. Red is not my color. Yeah, I think that's a positive message for people. They should hand them out at like baseball games. Hey, Mickey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, mostly mine is too. I'm okay with some grays. I have a few green, few red, I think a couple of blues, but mostly my entire wardrobe is black. I look good in black, so it doesn't make this look better, but I look better in black. Hope you're doing well, Mickey. Glad talkers are here. Oh, I don't know, dude. I've seen some people wearing black where it's almost scary when they're walking towards you. I'm not quite that bad. Oh, me and my granddaughter just started working out again yesterday. She's been riding me to start working out again. Uh, she realized pretty quick that she wasn't gonna like it, but she hung out, so that's cool. So me and her be working out together. I gotta figure out a workout to get rid of this turkey shit here. I guess I could put a clothespin on the back of my neck. That might help. Oh yeah, look at that. One of them document clips. Oh no, for sure. Or when they wear those what are they? The yoga pants. Like you're really trusting that material. Or the dudes that wear them. Yeah. Look at that, hides it instantly. Maybe I'll have to look at my snot box. Oh yeah, the camel toe. Some of them, that's pretty scary. I think I mentioned this last week. Me and my wife been watching Reacher. Man, that show kicks ass. I always feel weird. Oh, we're not arguing about anything yet. The people that like to argue hasn't shown up yet. So we're just having conversations right now. Yeah, Brandy, I was I was telling my wife that Tom Cruise is a big fan of the books. That's why the movie got shot. And as a martial artist, I know never to underestimate your opponent, but Tom Cruise is just not intimidating. The guy who plays it in the TV series, that dude's intimidating. Wow, we ran someone off. Like, oh, they're talking about movies. Yeah, see? Or they're not going to argue. Maybe that's it. I'm not going to argue. I'm not hanging out here. I'm looking for an argument. Yeah, we'll see how long we can go without any arguments. That'd be great. If we can make it a whole stream with no arguments, and even arguments really aren't that bad. Unless that dude that got upset about my little Uzi Vert reaction shows up, he might want to argue. Yeah, I heard it's really good. I will probably watch it because people that I trust with their movie taste said it was really good. I'm debating if I want to start that Western, what is it, 1883 or whatever the hell it's called. It kind of looks good, and I like Westerns, but I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say it's good, but I don't know for sure. Especially when TV overhypes it when you see a bunch of commercials about it. Let's argue about movies. Okay, let's do that. And then if somebody comes in and wants to argue about something else, we'll run them off. What are you trying to do? Mess up our argument? Oh yeah, I loved Deadwood, man. And it was weird. I really loved it, and I quit watching it for a short time, and I couldn't get back into it. The guy that played the sheriff, he had another series. Was it Longmire? I think he pretty much played the same character just in modern times. I liked that show, and I watched it for a long time, and then I fell off, and I couldn't get back into it. I think was it called Longmire? No, maybe it wasn't. I can't remember what the hell it was called. Yes, Timmy Elephant. Justified. That's it. Justified. Yeah, I loved Justified. Uh, but suddenly I don't remember why I quit watching, but I literally couldn't get back into it. But yeah, I like that dude. The character that he played. It's pretty much the same guy, but I dug the shit out of both of them, and I don't know why I couldn't get back into them when I quit watching them. I don't even know why I quit watching them. I love good westerns when they're done closer to authentic than trying to be super exciting or over the top. That doesn't mean I don't like any over the top shit. Yeah, there I think Goodfellas is my favorite. I know a lot of people say The Godfather, but man, I love Goodfellas. I never get tired of watching that. I mean, that was damn near a perfect movie. Yeah, that Mickey for sure. That happens a lot. I've fallen for that so many times. Like, man, this movie looks great, and you go see it, and you're like, what the hell? Was the commercials the only good parts of the movie? No, I didn't see that. I'm sure one of the channels we have is probably on there. I'll check that out. I like him. Wow, my shirt looks better through my camera. Huh. But I look like I'm wearing makeup. Huh. Weird. Take a picture of myself. Taking a picture of myself. All right, we got 5 people here. No arguments yet. That's good. Still talking about movies, even though we said we were going to argue about them. They don't work out when we plan it. If we don't plan it, then all the usual suspects aren't here. So, hmm. Feel free to jump into the conversation. You can talk about whatever you want if you're new here and you don't know that. Pretty much whatever you want. There's some things we stay away from just because. Oh shit, am I shaking my desk? Or my wall shaking? Are we having an earthquake? Anything new on the farm? No. I haven't seen or heard the mountain lions lately. It's just go out, feed the cows, check the water, come home. The weather's been too shitty to do anything. I got stuff I need to do, but it's either cold or raining or both. And I don't do either one of those. I don't like being outside in the rain. I especially don't like being out in the cold in the rain. Hey, we ran somebody off that quick. We're getting good. But yeah, no, nothing new. Just I got a pasture full of rocks I got to clear so that I can plow and plant. Miles, you made it. Hey, I'm glad to see you made it. We haven't spoken in a long time. I used to always go to her live streams. Those are two of my favorite newer westerns too, Mickey. Tombstone is shit. I can watch Tombstone literally start it over and watch it again. I never ever get tired of that one. And that's good to have you here, Miles. Yeah, I just watched Tombstone not too long ago. I also like the first Young Guns. The second one was okay, but they go with that whole brushy Bill Roberts thing, and that's just a thing to get people into that town. I've been to that town. They have a big old billboard. Brushy Bill Roberts was not Billy the Kid. There's no solid concrete evidence to ever prove that. But they sure hang on to it. They have a big ass billboard to tell you that as you come into town. Yeah, I like almost all the Clint Eastwood ones too. There's not many that I'm like, with. I, I liked his spaghetti westerns. I grew up watching those, but his newer ones that he did, like Pale Rider, those are done so well. Don't let that dancing for free. Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't like Bronco Billy. Uh, I love the. My favorite part of Outlaw Josie Wells was when he was getting out of jail and the guy had wanted his food, asking him if he was hungry or whatever it was, and he smashed him in the face. Nah, you can have it. That was my favorite part of that movie. Uh, what was that other one? There's another one that goes with Pale Rider. Shit, I can't think of the name because I'm live here in front of all of y'all. All of y'all. All 500 of you. I can't remember the name of that other one, but I really liked it too. Oh shit, we ran people off quick, just like that. That's good. Unforgiven. That was it. Yeah, yeah. Unforgiven and Pale Rider go together. Surprised nobody said anything when I said I didn't like Young Guns too. Usually, somebody in a group when we're talking and I say that, they're like, "What?" I like part of it, but not all of it. It's kind of weird the way they blow all the Billy the Kid stuff out of proportion. John Wesley Hardin was actually the real deal. Not he lived not too far from here, and you don't see movies about him. I took history in college. I had a yeah. That's kind of the point, Brandy. uh, when I was in college, I had to do a paper on local history, so I wrote about a gunfighter from about 15 miles from here. Uh, not a lot written about him. He's mentioned in one book, and then there's actually a book written about him. His name was Pink Higgins, and he thought somebody had stole one of his calves, so he went and waited for him to come out of the restaurant and killed him. There's actually some pretty cool local history, not in the town where I live, even though people want to think that this is one of the most boring towns ever. Billy the Kid with Christopher. Christopher who? Oh, Chris Christopherson. I actually like him. Yeah, I know I know who he is. It's just in his first comment, it kind of screwed up the name. That's who I thought, but I wasn't positive. He's played in a couple of decent westerns. It happens. Have you ever seen an Indian sex stone? I don't know. Weird. Not everybody show. They'll probably show up later. Sometimes people show up late. You should know that, Brandy. Sometimes you're late. That would be weird. Normally, he's one of the first ones in and asking me about reacting to Lil Peep, Lil Peep, Lil Peep, Lil Peep, Lil Peep, 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 Peep. It just doesn't get that many views. And even some of the people that watch my reactions for him say that they don't hardly listen to him anymore. But when you tell a Peep fan that, they don't want to hear that. No, no, he's going to live forever. His music will live forever. But technically, that's true. We got 5 people here. Maybe he's one of them that just showed up. Some people faded out real quick. Probably because I'm not dancing, doing magic tricks. Sounds like our air conditioner's fixing to kick on. That'd be good. It's getting a little warm in here, and I don't want to turn the fan on because it affects my noise gate. Will start shutting out. Makes my voice sound weird. Nobody wants to discuss anything else? The Grammys sucked, but the Stevie Wonder Chris Stapleton duet was great. I don't watch the Grammys. I don't take any stock. And I've had somebody already ask me if I'll react to some of the performances from the Grammys. What's up, Ryan? What's up, buddy? Uh, I quit watching them a long time ago. As a matter of fact, I think the last year I watched the Grammys was when Jethro Tull won Album of the Year over the Metallica Black Album. I think that's the last, because that was just ridiculous. How in the hell Jethro Tull could beat them at that time? Here's one of the things funny. I don't know if they're still here. The person that was upset about my reaction to Lil Uzi. I think it's funny when somebody who obviously doesn't normally watch my videos acts like they always watch my videos, but I can tell by what they're saying that they don't watch my videos because they would know that that was out of character. I find that weird. What the hell, camera? Can't tap on my desk? Okay, so I pick a new topic. Right now, I gotta figure out why my camera does that. Are we froze? There we go. That'd be interesting. I like Dionne Warwick, but I love Dolly Parton. I've loved Dolly Parton my entire life. Well, pretty much as far as back as I can remember. Very first music I ever remember hearing is Johnny Cash. I've listened to Johnny Cash literally my whole life. I might try that and see what happens. I don't know that I would go the whole stream with it, but maybe I'll find something weird to do and then see how many people go, "Hey, something's wrong with your camera." Hey, most of y'all are old enough to remember back when we had actual answering machines with cassettes that answered your phone. I always did weird messages, and people would go, "There's something wrong with your phone or your answering machine." I thought that shit was funny. My answering message here for voicemail, a lot of people will call back just to listen to it. Oh, that almost made me want to tell you. I still got to get my OnlyFans thing for you to see. Uh, but a lot of times, like my optometrist, the person that calls knows, but she'll laugh. And then one time when I went in, she goes, "Do you mind if they call and listen to your message?" What's up, Nick Kerr? Thanks, man. You know how many times I hear that? I'm not saying that you're not, but I've been hearing that a lot lately. Something similar. And then they'll ask me to play something weird or something that they know I don't want to react to. But I appreciate that. It's still nice to hear. No matter how many times I hear it, it's still nice to hear. Oh, Brandy, he may not show up. He may be a little mad at me. I didn't respond. He had asked me to react to a little Peep song featuring Bexy, and he knows I hate Bexy. I have nothing nice to say about Bexy at all. What is up, Jonathan? Dude, I plan on having all three of y'all's Patreon videos released tomorrow. Hey, Chris. Damn, look at that. A lot of friends showing up now. I mean, I've had friends here. It's just more friends are showing up. There's Terry. Oh, okay. So yeah, what? So what's that? So yeah, for you hadn't said anything. How were we to know you were here? Most of the people that made music with Pete were trash to me. I agree 100%. Uh, he was just a really nice dude putting his garbage friends on there. Went to a Chinese restaurant with friends, and their ringtone was meowing cat, and it kept going off. That's funny. Yeah, my friends always tell me, you know, you're eating cat or rat or dog. I don't give a shit. As long as it tastes good and I don't get sick, I am fine. Is my picture glitching? Good. Enjoy your game, buddy. Hell yeah, I agree 100%. Rat, cat, dog, I don't care. I heard rat's really sweet. I'm sure I've eaten some unknowingly. Well, we ran one person off. They're like, oh my God, they're talking about cat, rat, and dog. Who cares? It's good. I love alligator. Love, love, love alligator. I'm actually from Florida. Gator's some good food. So's turtle when cooked correctly. Yeah, leave them at Pulled pork sandwiches are outstanding too. Again, when done correctly. I don't like when they're drowned in barbecue sauce. You're trying to hide something. Hey, well, that now I guess technically, where are you from in Maryland? I lived in Bel Air and have a disgrace. Or so, hey, Water Walker, what is up, buddy? Yeah, glad you made it. You were born in Baltimore. Yeah, I had a good time when I lived in Maryland. Never went to the block, and I never went to Hammerjack. The only reason I didn't go to the block is two of my friends went down there and got the living shit beat out of them. It's not my idea of a good time. I lived in Georgia for about, I think, 4 months, maybe 3. I've never been back, so that probably tells you how I feel about Georgia. About the same as Alabama for me. I mean, Alabama. I said Alabama because I saw a ghost thing. Louisiana. When I go to Florida, I stop in Beaumont, Texas, fill up, and drive straight across Louisiana so I don't have to stop and get gas. Uh, Instead of taking 10 down into New Orleans, I pick up 110 and go straight across the state. And then I-10 comes back up and I get back on it. I despise Louisiana. I have friends in Alabama. My stepmom's from Alabama. Damn it. What is wrong with my desk? Oh, I bet I know what's wrong. I bet I moved my monitor and so now it's free floating. All right, so I can't tap on my desk. Oh, no, I get that, dude. And that's pretty much what's everywhere. You get the good and the bad, but mostly the bad's what sells papers, as we used to say. So, no trucks given. Um, Mickey, I watched Swamp People for a short time, and I'm always fascinated going over Henderson Swamp through Louisiana, seeing that there's actually people living out there in the swamps. 'Cause I know I sure as hell couldn't live out there. I like living in the country, but I don't think I could live in the swamps. Hell, I don't even know that I would want to visit the swamps. Doing pretty good. Good conversation. Yeah, I hate humidity. I hate like when it gets high here, you take a shower, you get out and you start sweating. That sucks. But yeah, being in a swamp on a really humid day. I get that 100%. Like I said, after the time I spent there in uh, the summer of 78, no, 79, the summer of 79, I have no desire to go back at all. None. Zero. I knew some cool people, but no desire to go back. Kind of like Houston. I try to avoid Houston at all costs. Occasionally I have to go. Well, I haven't been there 20 years. Yeah, my daughter went and saw the Suicide Boys on this tour, but I think it was up in Dallas. For some reason, I feel Dallas is safer than Houston, even though it's probably not. But Dallas also has the advantage of I enjoy performing there. It's a great place to do comedy. I performed there twice as an unknown and got great response. It's a fantastic comedy crowd. Even the other comedians are welcoming and opening. So that's a huge thing because it just makes you feel good when you go there and you're accepted and nobody's like, who the hell's this guy? And they laugh at my jokes, thought I was funny. So that's a huge plus. I have performed a few places where people didn't think I was too damn funny. Sitting more got kind of boring pretty quick for me because I mean, it was really cool at first, and then just kind of got, eh. Comedy shows pretty much anywhere there's big. Well, shit, it can happen in a small town too, because local tough guy might decide to get on you. Um, but yeah, some of them towns, especially where there's a bunch of them self-entitled pieces of shit that if they don't think you're funny, you're not funny, and they think they can lay hands on you. Plus, once it happens and it makes the news, then it kind of starts happening more. But if you kick someone's ass, that usually quells that pretty quick. Once they find out, oh, that's not the guy to run up on stage with. I have not had to worry about that. I've had people get upset. Yeah, from what I understand, they did, but that's old news. That's why I'm not responding. I thought anybody that knows about City Morgue knows Zillicami's doing his own thing, and what's his face is doing his own thing. Only I don't think what's his face is doing as well as Zillicami. Uh, I haven't seen any lately. The only shows I've even heard of lately was Cindy Williams, but she died, so and that's not a music show. Uh, I heard Duran Duran's coming. There's a few '80s bands that I've heard are coming around, but I haven't heard of any festivals coming anywhere near me. Oh, and before anybody asks, South by Southwest is going to be happening soon in Austin. Nemafla will be playing there. I don't go to South by Southwest for any reason. Back when I was doing comedy, I would do shows around it. I mean, not close to it, but outside of it, because regardless of you can see some good bands, but South by Southwest is not really a good place to be. I mean, unless you're just young and into that kind of shit. Not good for me. I don't like those kind of crowds. So I kind of avoid that. But no trucks. If you can tell me about some festivals that I can check to see if they're coming anywhere near me, that would be good because I haven't heard anything about any good festivals. For a while, we were getting some good ones through here, near here, to smaller venues that have great seats. So we got to see some great shows, but shit, that's been a long ass time. I haven't seen a good festival come through here in a long time. So if you know a good festival or any that are coming through Texas, let me know. Yeah, and the good thing about the festivals that come through here, I'll talk about '80s bands. Journey, yes, I know Journey's coming through here with I think it's Loverboy, but well, they're not coming here. They're doing I think Dallas and Houston. I don't think that's the closest they're getting to me, and neither one of those places are really that close. Uh, but oh, Toto, that's it. Toto. Yeah, Water Walker. See, I want to see Toto, but Journey right now, I like the dude that's singing for them, but the way Neil Sean is acting, that's being kind of a bitch. Liliacs performing on the Monsters of Rock cruise next month. Yeah, I would not do a cruise. My wife would love to do a cruise, but I have a deep rooted fear of some big rogue wave knocking the damn ship over or knocking me overboard and me drowning. Oh, we ran off 3 people talking about this. That's good. I don't want the gung ho talkers here. Oh, but yeah, I would love to see Toto. I mean, I like Journey's music. Like I said, I like the dude that's singing for him, but Neil's stand is kind of pisses me off. Beside him, yeah, for sure. You know, I try to be prepared for everything, and I know that you can survive falling overboard, but I'm sure with my luck, it would be at night. I'd swim the wrong damn way. I've reacted to Rod Wave there, Terry. All you gotta do is look, search on my channel, you'll see. I think I've liked everything I've reacted to from him. I think I've reacted to 3 songs, but I like him. He's not a huge draw on my channel. Well, Ryan, I'm really not that scared of that. I mean, I've heard stories of people surviving and how they survived, but I just I don't know, dude. Uh, I'm not really scared of shark attack. Got floor seats. Oh wow, damn. Water walked it out. That's awesome. Hey, oh what, Ryan? There is not one documented case of a wild orca attacking a human being. Or you don't really have to worry about orcas in captivity. You do. They're pissed off, but there's not one documented case. Orcas are one of my favorite animals. Done a lot of research. There's only been one body that they questioned because the size of the bite. They assumed it was an orca, but there are great whites that big. So I know tiger sharks and hammerheads are more aggressive as far as attacking human beings, or more likely to attack human beings. But yeah, I'm not scared of orcas. I mean, well, yeah, but I'm not a great white. Well, yeah, well, of course you did in a movie. Yes, Mickey. Yeah, they will eat great whites, and they love seals, and they toy with them when they kill them. There's a lot of videos of that. I watch those all the time. Oh, speaking of surprise predators, have y'all seen that video of the seal that was chilling on a little floating chunk of ice, and a polar bear jumped up out of the water? I mean, out of it's not like I had any kind of warning. That he just jumped out onto the ice. The seal, as far as I know, got away. But man, that would make you shit yourself. Something that big jump out of the water, and polar bears will eat you. I watched a video of an orca. They had got a seal, and it took it into this quiet little cove to eat it. And the videographer said, "Listen," and you could literally hear its ribs cracking as the orca started chewing on it. That was pretty badass the way it was echoing in that little cove. Yeah, see, I tell people all the time, like people that are scared of sharks and orcas and stuff, as long as you're not in the sea, you don't have to worry. But like a bear, that son of a bitch will run you down. Really have to worry about that. 'Cause if you're not in the ocean, you don't have to worry about anything in the ocean. Lions and tigers and bears, those are very real. And they could chase you down. So can alligators. A lot of people think they can outrun a gator. You cannot. Gators are fast. Man, we're running people off like crazy. But we're having a good chat. And I like that. I'll take that over viewers any day. Eh, I've been in water with gators. Uh, yes, that's the other thing. Bears, tigers, lions, they can all climb trees. So you ain't getting away that way. Ryan, the stuff about gators is really blown out of proportion, man. I've been on houseboat with my biological father and his brother, and his brother pushed me off the boat in front of a gator. It scared the gator. I haven't watched the previews for Cocaine Bear yet, but my friend told me to check it out. He said it's really stupid. And the way he started the conversation was, "You've done cocaine, right? You need to see the previews for this movie." Is is my camera shot glitching to y'all? Because every now and then it looks like I'm glitching. I know that the color changes. I just want to see if I'm glitching or if it's just me. Maybe my brain's glitching. Maybe I'm fixing to have a stroke and not know it. Had better days, Lois. Better days. I'm making references you might not even know. Okay, now on your screen, good. So it must just be me. Me glitching. My damn arms hurt from yesterday. We had a show here that was done here in Texas for a while, catching rattlesnakes, because we have a big rattlesnake roundup annually. Uh, Bunch of silly shit involved in that. Uh, One of the guys, I think he got bit and died, and they quit showing the show, even though they kept saying that these are professionals, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I think one of the guys got bit and died, and then they canceled the show. Yeah, now see, Ryan, that's a whole different level of snake there. That's way different than our snakes here. I've watched documentaries on deadly snakes, and I've seen what the black mama can do. And yeah, oh yeah, you're in Africa. I've got a friend. She's in Kenya. She was just here a few minutes ago. I don't think she's still here. Yes, that's exactly what they said in the video. See, I got lucky. I got bit by a copperhead. There was a small unit. Copperhead is nothing like a black mamba. They took me to the little medic station. They flew me by helicopter to the hospital, and I have a good story to tell. Nobody could beat me in show and tell when I was a little kid. Got two little X's on my ankle from where I got bit. I've watched that. My granddaughter loves that show, Terry. Uh, yeah. Well, wait. We watched that. That's not the one that she normally watches. She watched that one, but there's another one with just one dude that goes around and has all this shit by him. I can't remember his name. But yes, we watched Kings of Pain, but this other show she likes better with the one guy. I think she finally got tired of it too. But he like did the shit with the bullet ants and the whatever that big ass wasp is. I just ain't down with all that shit. That's who I'm talking about, Ryan. That's who my granddaughter loves. Hey, Krauser, what's up, buddy? Oh, Faces of Death. Mickey, I just referenced that the other day, and somebody was surprised that I knew who it was. They said I was the first reactor to say who it was. It was a Suicide Boys song, and it's a clip from Faces of Death. But yeah, the Murder Wasp. That's what I was trying to think of, Water Walker. Thank you. But yeah, Faces of Death, the original, the first one is my favorite one by far. The succeeding ones had some cool shit in it, but the first one was the best. I watched that so many damn times. I'm fascinated with the shit people do. I've always been fascinated. Well, always. I think it started when I was in the 5th grade and the guy across the back fence from me murdered his best friend. Oh, I'm sorry. It was ruled an accidental shooting. He shot him between the eyes and in the forehead with his father's 357, and it was a accidental shooting. But ever since then, I've been fascinated with death. Before that happened, there was an old couple that lived across the street from us. They were in their 80s. Yep. That's happened more than once, not just with monks, I mean, with other people. I remember when we first came back from Germany, some dude was protesting something, and I think he actually asked the cameraman for a lighter or a match, and he gave it to him, and the guy lit himself on fire. Uh, but this old couple, when I was in the 3rd grade, they were in their 80s. He died of natural causes, and she made it a few months with after that, nibbled on a shotgun, took the top of her head off. What I think happens after this life, I think we still go on since I think our matter, electric, I think we go on just without the body. I could be wrong, but who knows? If we do get to be ghosts, shitload of people's gonna be in trouble. They think I scared them now. Wait till I'm invisible. Wahahaha! That will be my reward for being a fairly decent human being. Well, my latter years, in my younger days, I was a self-centered, egotistical maniac. So hopefully by correcting myself, I'll get to be a spirit, a ball of energy that goes around and messes with people, scares the shit out of them every chance they get. I want to do shit like in the middle of the night, someone sneezes, be able to say, bless you. See, I'm not looking for that. I don't believe in heaven or hell. So when people tell me I'm going to burn in hell, it makes me laugh. I don't believe in either. I think that's a state of mind. I think we just keep existing here on this. It's just we're free from our body and all the other shit that goes along with it. Wow, we're running a bunch of people off now. We've cut the viewership in half. Yeah. That just don't make sense to me, Ryan. Here's my idea. You always have to have an opposite to compare shit to. You can't have good without bad, and you can't have bad without good. No, trucks, that's kind of my view. I view that heaven and hell is a state of mind. What could be heaven for me could be hell for you, and what could be heaven for you could be hell for me. Like a lot of the people that tell me I'm going to burn in hell, if they're going to heaven, I definitely don't want to be there. But so you always have to have something compare something to night, day, light, dark. So this promise of heaven, if you live this life, well, you got to have a contrast. So let's create hell and let's make it sound as bad as we possibly can. I feel that worst hell will be pretty much what we live in here. Maybe higher crime, higher taxes, which we're getting there. Yeah, Brandon, that's literally what I was saying. So you were typing that as I was saying it. So that's what I think is we're pretty much there. So I don't believe no fiery pit or fiery lakes or some dude with horns and a pitchfork. He's gonna be really upset when he meets me, if he exists. I do always tell people when they tell me I'm going to hell that I already have my parking spot reserved. I'm gonna be like a tour guide, so they're gonna be really upset when they see me. I just don't believe in any of that shit. Sorry. Not trying to rain on me. I pray if you do, I respect that, but I don't believe in any of it. Ironically, I think I've told you all this before. People think it's weird that I don't believe in any of that stuff, but I do believe in the power of prayer because I feel it's uh, a collective energy. Yes, you actually could. If you lived in a volcano, you'd get it a lot quicker. But yeah, at the base of a volcano, sure, you could get that fiery lake. But why live there? I don't want to live anywhere where there's a damn good chance that one day my house is just going to burn up. I don't want to live at the base of a mountain, any mountain, period. Rocks break loose all the time. Definitely save on the heating bills. I would never have to worry. I'd be walking around naked all the time. And that would be other people's hell. Yeah, I mean, it still happens, but I think it's less likely. Yeah, he was that movie was outstanding. And, you know, I point this out every Christmas, and some people get upset by it, but Santa and Satan are spelt the exact same letters, just slightly rearranged. They both wear red, but you never see them together. Think that's a coincidence? I don't think so. Yeah, that was a really good movie. I know, ain't that weird? That somebody with everybody's running around naked. Water Walker, I agree with that, dude. I agree 100%. You know, when I tell people I'm not religious, I'm very spiritual though, because I do believe in a superior being that by definition is a God, but it's not the God that everybody talk. Well, it could be. I've had a Christian point that out to me. A really old dude, super religious. He said, for all he knows, we're talking about the same guy, just we have different images or belief on what it is. I'm very spiritual. I believe in good juju, good power, positive energy. I believe in all of that. Did I see Violent Night? I don't know that I've seen that. Brandy, that's quite positive. Possible. You know, there's also the real. It's also plausible that we're a science experience for some alien, and we're just in a jar, and none of us know our existence is living in this jar. I mean, look how many things are in a drop of water, like pond water. But yeah, my friends find it odd that I do believe. And when somebody asks me, could pray for me? Absolutely. I mean, if nothing else, it makes that person feel better. So therefore, it's validated to pray for someone. It helps give them peace of mind or makes them feel better. But I definitely feel that positive energy, that vibe. I don't think everybody praying before a football game. Hey, let us beat the other team. If there was a God answering prayers, that's not really fair. Yes, we could be in a snow globe, not even on a mantle in some kid's bedroom on his shelf next to his GI Joe or whatever GI alien, whatever the hell. But absolutely, it's weird that nobody ever thinks about those concepts that we really could be because the entire things exist in like a drop of water. It's amazing how many living organisms are in a drop of water. Man, see, I don't watch that shit. I don't want to hear that clown or anything he has to say. I mean, that's just ugh. Hey, Krauser, that's I think I only watched the first Matrix. I don't think I even went past that, but I don't know. There's so many different things that could be. That's funny. People keep dropping in, and I guess they're hearing what we're talking about, and they're dropping back out. That's kind of funny. I guess we're not arguing and yelling at each other. Who wants to stay around? Yeah, you got to drag it out and squeeze every dollar out of it that you can. Exactly, Brandy. Yeah, that's why I don't watch that. You know, people go, "Hey, did you see what they said?" No, I did not. Ryan, that's true, which is what makes it so come on, camera, which is what makes it so easy for the televangelists to do that to these people. That's why they manipulate them so hard. You can't buy your way into heaven. I firmly believe in what Benjamin Franklin said. We should be good and just because it's the right thing to do, not trying to phony our way into a heaven. Do it because it's right. Period. If there is a heaven and a God that everybody believes in or most people believe in, then just being a good human being should work out for you in the end. But yes, I know it's hey DC, what's up? I know it's a system of hope for people, but I generate my own hope through the way that I live, the way that I treat people. Even though some people think the way I treat them is bad, once you get acclimated to me, you realize it's really not that bad. Yeah, it is just a book. It's the best-selling book, and notice where it's sold. Uh, it's not sold in the nonfiction section. But yeah, I have no problem with any religion. Anybody live the way you want to. I'm coming from school. Right now, we're talking about religion and afterlife. Uh, it's when you try to force it on me. I don't try to force my beliefs on anybody else. I have no problems telling you what I believe, but I don't try to make you believe what I believe. Just like with my reactions, it's just what I think. May not be what you think, but I'm just being honest and real, and that pisses some people off. uh, that that is why it gives a bad rap, Ryan, because people try to force it on you. If you just like my stepmom, she lives by example. She don't judge you. Trust me, we are way different spectrums of the religious thing. But the, the Bible tells you, and I know a lot about the Bible. I've read a lot so that I can combat people that go, "Well, it says in the Bible." No, it don't say that. Uh, you're to show people this to live this way, to inspire people, not you take this or we're going to kill you. So once people start trying to force their beliefs on me, that's when I have an issue. So if you can say what you believe. I think, shit, have I been out of school? Well, I know I've been out of school. Oh no. I turned 56 in March, so 39 years. This year will be 39 years since I've been out of school. Oh my god. Ugh. A little sore from yesterday. Yeah, like I told you, DC, that's not right, dude. That a teacher should never be just talking about that shit to you, not in that context, especially. I think he's a buffoon, but I'm not going to sit here and explain why. I'm not going to get into it and try to make you think what I think. Do your own research, use your own knowledge, come to your own conclusion. That's what a teacher is supposed to do, inspire you to learn, to go out and search for yourself, not just to accept, I'm the teacher and I said. And if you don't believe what I say, you're going to fail. I had a teacher in college that was only a couple of years older than me and got pissed off at me. He's a little dick, real arrogant prick. So people wouldn't ask him questions, they'd ask me questions, and I helped all of them. That made him mad. And then when he was teaching us about the Watts riots, he said that he was 2 years old when they happened. So when we were reviewing for a test, and he asked me, "What can you tell me about the Watts riots?" I said, "Well, you were 2 years old when it happened." There's several franchises that do that. Krauser creates some exactly, but that's not what's in style these days. You watch people just regurgitating same old shit over and over and over and over, and they're not even making it good. They keep making it worse. Rob Zombie is a perfect example. Everything he redoes, he screws up. Well, the only thing I have about remasters is now we have technology to make a better quality sound. So I'm okay with that. I like old school, like I like vinyl. I like all the scratches and the pops. I like all that shit. But Yeah, if you can make the sound that much better, I'm cool with that. I just saw an interview with Snoop Dogg, and he said his son told him to remaster one of his albums, and there's a reason for it, but he didn't want to do it because he said when he recorded that album, there was a certain vibe and stuff, and he feels it would be lost if he remastered it. So he refused to do it. I can respect that. I'm not a Snoop Dogg fan, but he's got a couple of songs I'm okay with. I do love What Up. Yeah, I agree, Jonathan. But there's some bands like Whiskey Dust. I love that. They have a raw, dirty sound to them. That reminds me of back in the days when I was in bands. I love that. Um, oh, Krauser. Okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking about music. Yeah, Brandy. Okay. I'll get back to you in just a second, Ryan. Brandy, because I can answer your question quicker or respond to you quicker. I've watched some movies that I don't want to see them fixed in any way. I enjoy the way they're done because that fits my memory. But some they do well, like the Star Wars movies, they needed to leave them alone. The original Star Wars movies. Yeah, Whiskey does. I love their sound. They have that raw, dirty sound that sounds like the bands back from my day when we didn't have all this technology that they have now. I love that. That appeals to me so much. Okay, Ryan, there's some of Ozzy's remasters I have enjoyed, but for the most part, I still like the original cut. Uh, I like the original. Both the first two albums, the originals. I prefer the original over the remasters. I don't even know if that makes sense to y'all, but some of the later remasters I'm okay with, but those first two, like matter of fact, I think I have Ultimate Sin. Uh, but the first two albums, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, I love the original. I don't want that done. I like the originals. I hope that makes sense. Oh, and speaking of the devil, oddly enough, I prefer to listen to that. I love director's cuts. Uh, uh, Dances with Wolves. I went and bought it. I love because they put all the shit back into it. Because if you watch Dances with Wolves, there's a lot. The original release, there's a lot of it that doesn't make sense. You're like, what the hell? It feels like they skipped something, and they did. They had to compress the movie, so they cut out a lot of important shit out of the movie. So yeah, I prefer. I think almost all my lights are getting brighter, and my vision's getting better. Remember, if I die on camera, you got to figure out a way to get in touch with my family. But I prefer. I do watch. I'm a nerd, man. I like director's cuts. I also, if I really enjoy a movie, I will go back and watch it with the commentary on all the way through. And usually I watch it right after I've watched the movie. So I'm that kind of a nerd. So yes, I prefer director's cuts. Or I enjoy, let me say I enjoy director's cuts. But yeah, there's a couple of bands. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, like Whiskey Does that have that raw sound to them that's not over processed because those of you that watch my reactions know I don't like songs that are over processed where they're picture perfect. That doesn't sound natural to me. I think I hope that makes sense. But I just love that. Like they just set up and with a little 4 track. I know they didn't, but you almost get that feeling from it. Or they just shot on a little, recorded on a little 4 track, half-ass mixed it and put it out. I'm not saying the quality's that bad, but you can actually do quite well with a little 4 track. I mean, we did okay with just little boom box and the microphones on it. Yeah, I really love that. Yep. Um, that Sabbath has that sound, and I use that. Now, see, I am not a Zeppelin fan at all. I think maybe 5 of their songs. I think Jimmy Page is way overrated. I do not think he was a great guitarist at all. Uh, got some good riffs, but I don't think he was a great guitarist. That's my opinion as a guitarist. And I know a lot of people credit him. Oh, I love him, but I don't. But that Sabbath sound in the early days, holy shit. Well, yeah, they're a great band. So, you know, Water Walker, I tell people this all the time. I'm not a Beatles fan. I like a handful of their songs, but almost all the covers that other bands have done, I love them. He not only could be, he was a lot of the time very sloppy, very sloppy. Uh, oh man, Paranoid is one of my all-time favorite Black Sabbath songs. Um, Water Walker, but like in that with that reference, Come Together, I cannot stand to hear the Beatles sing that. I love Aerosmith's version. For me, that's the version. Everybody's cover of Helter Skelter, Pat Benatar, Motley Crue, I love their covers of that. Way better. I haven't been, ooh, I've never thought to ask you all this, or I don't think I have. We were at a show, and in between concerts, they'll play music while they're tearing down a stage, setting up a stage. They played this creepy ass version of uh, Strawberry Fields Forever. A lot of people told me they thought it was Ghost. My daughter didn't get her phone out in time to catch it, but I've listened to Ghost's version of Strawberry Fields Forever, and that's not it. This was the creepiest shit. Boy, we're running people off quick, but that's good because we're all talking right here. So outstanding. Um, but it was a super creepy, but man, that sounded amazing. I wish I could find the version, but I haven't been able to find it yet. But it was just creepy as the word I'm not supposed to say that rhymes with truck and duck. But I loved it. Super eerie, like a really dark vibe to it. Uh, but yeah, I love Paranoid. Black Sabbath is a great song. Uh, that early Sabbath is just almost all of it's just amazing. Uh, War Pig. Hey, when we were in Germany, my brother is 3 years younger than me. He had to write a poem for class, and I wrote down the first verse to War Pigs. He turned it in and got an A. Oh wow, that burp. Oh, for sure. That's not even a contest, man. Sabbath was just, and there it's not like Tony Iommi's a great guitar player either, but his riffs are amazing. They were such a tight band performance-wise. I mean, Bonham was a great, great drummer. Don't I'm not taking that away from him, but I really think they're overrated, and I have a really hard time with them stealing Dazed and Confused the way they did. And that just got settled here recently. I mean, the dude who wrote it and recorded it, it's on his first album, came out long before Led Zeppelin did it, and they didn't even try to change it up. It's exactly the same. To me, that's just shitty. But yeah, Black Sabbath has always been just such a man. And it's like I said, their songs aren't complicated. It's not like, it's not like Love Bites. It's not that kind of skill, but they're just great songs. I mean, you know them instantly when you hear them. You don't ever go, "Hey, who's this?" You know who it is. So I love, love, love that about Black Sabbath. But, there was a lot of bands from the '70s that just those sounds haven't been duplicated. Oh, yeah, Fairies were shit. We could sit here probably for the next 40 minutes going over Black Sabbath songs that are just great. I mean, shit, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, Fairies Wear Boots, uh, The Wizard. Changes is one of my all-time favorite songs. Get goosebumps with that. And it doesn't matter if it's the original version or the new version or the version where him and Kelly sang it together. Man, that's a great, great song. Oddly enough, I love Bowie's song Changes too. Changes. You know, Jonathan, I've said all along, Dio is the only guy who could have stepped into that spot. He was the perfect fit. Much like Adam Lambert is the perfect guy to be singing for Queen. And he says, I'm not trying to be Freddie. I'm singing Freddie's songs my way. I get that. Dio, it's going to sound weird. I think Dio's a better singer than Ozzy, but I liked Ozzy and Sabbath. But Ronnie, when he stepped in, Heaven and Hell is such a great album. And Live Evil, love that. Oh, wow. Yeah, No Trucks, that is perfect. Yes, absolutely. Um, Brian Johnson was the perfect guy, and he almost didn't go to that audition. I've watched the clip and the interview. The only reason he went to the audition, first he made the lady tell him who who it was audition because she told him she couldn't, and then she messed up and said, "I'll give you the initials," and she said AC/DC. He said he only went to the audition because he had business there anyways, but he was the perfect guy to step in. I can't imagine anyone else singing for them. I mean, as much as I hate Axl Rose, when he filled in for him, I thought he did a good job. Speaking of Axl Rose, everybody keeps talking about his singing now. As somebody with hearing problems, I think he has a hearing loss because the way he's singing now, what the hell's going on with my voice? I've been watching live clips of him. I think he has some hearing loss. Oh yeah, I knew they didn't want that. They weren't trying to replace Bond. They needed somebody to sing. Uh, but yeah, he tells the whole story and how they got together or how they met and how they it went. It's funny as shit. The first song he wrote was "Shook Me All Night Long." But yeah, Krauser, people do lose their vocals, but if you listen to the way Axel's singing, because he's always taking his voice very seriously. And it's not that he's a great singer, but if you listen to the way he's singing now, it's not like John Bonn or Paul Stanley or the guys that are still trying that are losing their voices. He sounds like he can't hear. Listen to the way if you watch the live clips and hear how he's pronouncing some things while he's singing, it's like he can't hear it. It almost sounds like when you're speaking to someone who's lost their hearing. Yes, I listen to Breaking Benjamin. I sure do. But I like Breaking Benjamin. But so I almost feel bad for that guy. I mean, I just watched Huey Lewis's Behind the News, his new one. Axel's only like, I think he's only like 2 years older than me. Um, I mean, look, I think he's only a few years older than me. Oh shit. I'm sorry. He's 6 years older than me. Well, maybe five. It says he's 61. So he's 5 years older than me. Slash is only a few years older than me. He's only like a year and a half older than me. Duff McKagan's 4 years older than me. Well, a little over 3. So Slash is close to my age. I hate when people they'll watch one of my videos and they just click on it because it's a new video that's been released, and they'll ask me to react to something that's totally off the wall. I don't mind when y'all do it because I know that y'all come here and y'all know me. But when some rando clicks on one of my videos and he goes, "Hey, can you react to Bitty Blah BFers and whatever?" That I can't stand that. Um, but yeah, so I'm not trying to defend Axl Rose. I don't like him at all. Uh, but when I watch those videos, that's what he reminds me of is somebody who can't hear singing. I find that kind of weird. I almost feel bad for him because that's pretty much all he can do. I feel bad for Huey Lewis. I found out we're suffering from the same thing. Uh, oh yeah, I didn't assume you were. A lot of people assume that I'm a fan of Axl Rose's. My daughter's middle name is Rose, so I've had family members go, "Oh, you did that after Axl Rose?" Nope, has nothing to do with it. I was washing my hair, and the name Crystal Rose came to my mind, and that's her name. I think it was actually when people started saying that, I was thinking, "Well, I wonder where the hell that came from." At the time when we were picking her name, uh, Yankee Rose by David Lee Roth was really popular, and it's one of my favorite songs. So I think that's where, because it has the same amount of syllables, Yankee Rose, Crystal Rose. I think that's where it came from. Are you serious, Jonathan? That's where my daughter's name is spelled with a K, but that's her name too, as well. Huh. Wow, that's pretty wild. And something else we did that was not intentional. My son's name is Zachary Ryan, Zakkary. Their names have the same amount of letters in them, and both their middle names start with R's. We didn't do that on purpose. It just came out. Wow, dude. Jonathan, that's pretty wild, dude. I've never met anyone else that wow. That trips me out, dude. Your mom and grandma were both Rose? Wow. And that's a trip. A lot of people think it's weird that I didn't even like Guns N' Roses. It took me like 2 years for Guns N' Roses to grow on me. I like Appetite for Destruction now, but I didn't like it at all when it came out. I didn't like any of the songs. I didn't like Welcome to the Jungle, which now it's one of my favorite songs. I think off the album, My Michelle and Mr. Brownstone are 2 of my favorite songs off that album. Never been a heroin addict, but I think I've never even used heroin, but I think that's a great song. All right, Crowther. Peace, buddy. I appreciate you being here as always, man. Yeah, I didn't like them in the beginning, and Use Your Illusions, both the albums, I liked both of them. But Axel's always been a dick. I don't like him at all. Not even kind of sort of. I don't know if I ever told you this. I will say that Welcome to the Jungle, he said that line, "You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby, and you're gonna die." He said when he got off the bus in New York, that's the first thing a bum said to him, and he wrote it down and kept it. I never have bums say cool shit to me. Bums always say, "Hey, man, you got a dollar or a couple of bucks or got a cigarette?" No bum ever says anything cool to me that I could turn into a song. Brandon, that's how most of my friends were. They actually thought I was joking that I didn't like them. I couldn't stand them when they first came out. I thought they were way overrated. I thought the only reason they were catching on, and I've literally said this a million times to people at the time, that that the kids only liked them because they cussed. When I'm doing my live stream, my granddaughter comes home from school. She always says, "Oh, well, it's not going to focus." There it is. She always says, "I'm home, you poop head." I think that's funny. Uh, but there's bands that I thought should have done better. I think we brought it up last week or the week before. Y&T, the first gig Motley Crue did was opening for Y&T. I think Y&T is far superior to Motley Crue, yet they didn't make it. They have a strong following. They have a great catalog of music, but they and they're still around, but they should have been so much bigger than they were. Um, there's a lot of bands from back in the day that should have made it. Um, I liked Rough Cut. I don't know if any of y'all remember Rough Cut. I like Kick Axe. They're out of Canada. Got some cool stories about Kick Axe. Um, I think did I ever say Saxon? I think Saxon was a great band. Crocus was really good, and they faded. They fell off quick. But when you see some of the bands that have made it, and you're going, but like when they even talking about grunge, Nirvana made it. I mean, Alice in Chains, they're better than Nirvana, and Soundgarden better than Nirvana, but neither one of them did as good as Nirvana. That doesn't make any sense to me. Hopefully, I'm not talking to a bunch of Nirvana fans that are going, "No, we hate you." But that says quite a bit right there. Y&T, man, they're just so damn good. Oh yeah, no trucks. I was listening to an interview with Jacoby from Papa Roach. He said more than once when they were touring with Guns N' Roses tour manager would come and knock on their door and say to their dressing room and go, "Hey, Axel's not filling it yet. You think y'all could do?" And he would say like an hour to 3 hours. He said and they got to the point where they were going, "No, we won't do that. We'll do our time." Oh, absolutely, Jonathan. But see, I'm glad I like talking to y'all because y'all know the bands. When I say them, I hate when I talk to some kids and they're like, "Huh?" But yeah, Rough Cut, they should have done so much better. Shit, as far as that goes, Warrant should have done better than Motley Crue. Warrant was Janie Lane's a much better songwriter, or was a much better songwriter. Don't get me wrong, Motley Crue is still my all-time favorite band. Nicky's a dick, but he's written some amazing songs. And Shout at the Devil is still my Deserted Island album. Oh, have we ever asked that? What's y'all's Deserted Island album? If you could only have one, what is yours? Mine's Shout at the Devil because I love every song on it and I never get tired of listening to it. Shit, I just realized how all that was. I like Rough Cut's version of Another Piece of Your Heart or Another Piece of My Heart. But yeah, no, Chucks, you're absolutely right. And I think that's how he became infamous. See, I'm always prepared for that one because I know off the top of my head what album I love every song off of. And Too Fast for Love is not far behind it. Those first 2 albums were fantastic. So, yeah, that's the criteria. An album you can only have the one album to listen to for however long it takes you to get off the island. So, it needs to be something that you like all the songs off of. I mean, there's a lot of great albums that I can listen to all the way through. That's first off, that's a sign for me of a great album that I can put on and not have to skip tracks. 'Cause there's a lot of bands where we all go, "Oh, yeah, they're great." Then you stop and think about how many songs you actually skip that you don't like. And Motley Crue has a shitload. They have a shitload of albums I don't like. Where I don't like any song off the album. So they made their mark really quick with me. And you know Nicky's got it in him because he wrote great albums after that. He just can't do it every time. And I always say nobody can hit a home run every time. I have a lot of friends that don't sound odd. I have a lot of friends that would pick that. I have friends that feel that is the album. I happen to like that song. But yeah, I don't think that's weird at all. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about David Bowie and how many people don't realize what how brilliant he was. Hey, dude, I am not judging you. I promise, I'm not judging you. Oh, dude, that's not bad. But when we were talking about David Bowie, how many artists can you think of off the top of your head that literally changed style and image almost every time they put out an album? They didn't keep regurgitating the same thing. It takes a lot. That's like bordering genius. And I've watched documentaries on him and guitar players that work with him, like shit. Ah, trying to think of his name. Probably go with Bob Marley. Well, yeah, I guess that would go with the surroundings. Uh, shit, I'm gonna set his name. Miles. Oh, shit. He was in Chic and a newer Ryan. I like Youngblood a lot. He doesn't get traction on my channel, and I don't understand why. Oh, see, you're putting too much thought into it, buddy. Yeah, Ryan, I think the latest album he's put out, I think is really good. I've reacted to a few songs off of it because nobody seems to give a shit on my channel. Um, but Brandy, it's one of those things. However, solar powered. There you go. You got I can't even argue with you there. Y'all know "Revive" is my favorite song by them. I I love that song. It's I I never get tired of hearing that song, and I always feel like it's the first time when I hear it. Yeah, there's Peace of Mind, Number of the Beast. Those albums just man, you almost made me drop an F bomb. Fantastic albums. I mean, I got into Maiden on the Killers album and stuck through them. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been into a lot of the newer stuff. I think the last one I bought is I got the Blood Red edition. The album's Blood Red. It's got Holy Smoke on it. I can't remember the name of the album off the top of my head. Is it No Prayer? I can't remember. It's in my room. Oh, I'm here pretty soon. I'm gonna be redesigning this, so The green screen's gonna be gone. My guitars will be behind me, some pictures. Uh, I'm gonna be hanging Gary's pictures up that he's drawn for me, the one of me and one of my granddaughter. And then maybe if viewers send me pictures or email me pictures, I can put them on my walls, and then y'all be able to see shit. Uh, but so that's where I'm headed. I'm gonna get rid of the green screen and do that. I'll hang my guitars behind me, and I got some shelves that'll be behind me with some shit on them. Yeah, Brandy, that's I like that punky sound. Uh, Running Free, I love that off the Killers album. I'm running free, yeah. My all-time favorite Maiden song is "Hallowed Be Thy Name." I Man, that song, I love everything about that song. There's nothing I don't like about it. That's my favorite Maiden song, but there's so many that are just right up there. But yeah, Maiden, that "Hallowed Be Thy Name" is just the best for me because it tells the story. As y'all know, I love songs that tell a story in that format, anyways. Yeah, we saw 3 Days Grace when, Adam was still the singer. Phenomenal. Life band? I think I'm missing something, Water Walker, I don't. Oh, you're okay. Sorry, it clicked, I got you. The worst concert I've ever been to, okay, there's an asterisk because it wasn't the whole concert, but I have an easy answer for that. I like Shinedown, I really do. Okay, when we saw Aerosmith on the Nine Lives tour, Talk Show opened for them. Talk Show is Stone Temple Pilots without Scott. It's whoever the douchebag was that was singing for them. They were so horrible. No one stood up. No one responded at all until they were almost done. And the singer said, "Well, Aerosmith will be out in a few minutes." And everyone cheered. And he went, "Oh, that's all it takes." And he must have said Aerosmith 5 or 6 times just so people would cheer. What a piece of shit. They didn't play any Stone Temple Pilot songs. They only played songs off their album. It was horrible, horrible. But yeah, that's the worst show I've ever seen. Aerosmith was great. They were phenomenal. Exactly what you would want them to be. But talk show, that Aerosmith would have been better off just getting some local bar band to go up there. At least they would have gotten a response and gotten the crowd worked up. That's the whole point of an opening act is to get the crowd going. If the entire place is sitting on their ass, not even cheering, you suck. So that's the worst. No one else even comes close to that. I really can't think of another band or another show that I would even consider. Brandy, yeah, Shinedown. I've always liked them. I'm not going to say I'm a huge fan, but I like a lot of their music. Yeah, I can't think of another concert at all that I've went to that where I would say any of it sucked or was bad. Oh, I guess it is a close second. Well, no, I have 2 close seconds. Uh, when we saw Stone Sour, it was part of there was 5 bands on the bill. The first 4 kicked ass. Stone Sour came out, and he had that whole rock star attitude. I think like 3 or 4 songs in, I looked at my kids and said, "What do y'all think?" And they both said, "We're hungry," so we left. And, ZZ Top, they didn't suck, but they were so boring. They're one of the tightest bands I've ever seen live. They sound amazing. Sound. They do not put on a show. Boring, boring, and we left. My wife's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yep, I've seen enough. Let's go." So, but that was just boring. I think Sound of Madness is correct, Brandy. That sounds right to me. But yeah, what's that one song? Tell my mother, tell my uh, uh, I don't know if it's on that album though. I like the song My Shinedown Second Chance is one of my favorite songs. I love that song. I mean, they have other songs that are really good too, but Second Chance is I that's yeah, it is. It's a brilliant song the way it's written, performed. Love that song. And that was an instant song. That's not a song that had a you had to hear a few times. And you go, yeah. The moment I heard it, I was like, that's the shit. Because it reminds me of when I was a teenager. So it definitely hit a spot. Well, we've only got 13 minutes. Y'all have made this by far the best one yet. And they're all good. I enjoy all these live streams, but man, we started off a little wiggly, not really talking, but now, shit, outstanding. I think I might have to make another one of these for a giveaway, but a smaller one. I have one that I drink coffee out of. It holds 2 cups of coffee perfect. I think I'll make another one of these. I might do a giveaway on that. I'll hide it in my video. Yeah, Brandy, I don't know if he told you, I messaged him. We messaged back and forth a couple of times. I meant to check on him again this week. Told him I'd keep in touch, but yeah, I try not to bother him too much because I'm hoping that he's recovering and feeling better. But you never know when someone's if you're bothering somebody. He didn't say that, or I didn't get that impression. But I don't want to feel like I'm bothering him while he's trying to get better. I probably shouldn't have said that on camera. I probably should have sent you a message, but I just reacted to your comment. But yeah, he told me he hopes to be back soon. Yeah, I'm still pulling for him. I'll probably hit him up this week, sending a little message. Whoa. Well, I really like him. I like all of y'all. All of you that are here right now, and Gary. I really like y'all. Like I said, I think if I ran into any of y'all in public, in person, in real life, we'd be good. It'd be just like seeing my friends that I already know in real life. Oh, for sure. Yes, we would. I think I think I would have a blast with any of y'all. I mean, because we all click and seem to get along really well. Even if we don't agree with everything that somebody's saying, we all get along, and that's how my friends in real life are. I don't really hang out with shitheads. Yeah, he's a fantastic artist, man. I love he sent me several pictures. I kept them on my computer. I don't delete them. Uh, yeah, he's just really good. I need something new from Bandmade, Love Bites, a whole handful of bands I need new stuff from. Weird, the last Love Bites reaction I did, somebody said, "Welcome back." I didn't leave. They haven't been releasing anything new, other than what I've already reacted to. I can't keep reacting to the same songs over and over. Not like I left. My favorite band. I wouldn't abandon them. Been trying some new, different shit, and nobody seems interested, but I can't react to the same bands over and over and over or all the time. Try to bring some new shit in. Not a lot of people want to watch it, but I'm gonna keep doing that. I'd rather go down that way. All right, buddy. Newest release from Love Bites will be getting a full. Oh, outstanding. Good. All right, Brandy. I appreciate you. Take care of that Rottweiler. Don't let him tear your house down. That's true, Jonathan. And I'm waiting as patiently as I can. I react. Well, see, I already reacted to Dissonance, so even if they release the video, I can't react to it. All right, Ryan, I took a picture of that. I'll check that out. Like I said, I'm trying to work in some different bands, some different music. You know, like when I react to Whiskey Dust or Rolling Chords, they don't get a lot of views. I don't understand why. They're great bands. It always blows my mind. And especially when I see other reactors reacting to them and they're just killing. People love them. Like it's the same damn band. Guess it's because I'm not animated enough. Or maybe just because some people think I'm an asshole. Oh, yeah, I've heard some stuff about that. I've actually been told that I need to shorten my ending instead of saying, "That's probably why we all get along." I've been told I should just end my videos more abruptly instead of saying the whole goodbye thing like I do, just my final thoughts, and then, "Hey, watch this next video. What's up, low spec? You showed up with 6 minutes left, but you made it, and that's what counts, so you get credit." Uh, but yeah, they're telling me they told me my intros were too long, so that's why I've jumped right into it. Oh yeah, I know to do me. I know. I get that. Um, but it has to do with them pushing me. Participation trophy. Yes, you got it. Good job, buddy. Hanging on the fridge. Be happy with it. Uh, yeah, Jonathan. The only reason I do what YouTube wants me to do or what they tell me I should be doing is so that they will push my videos. It's weird with my shorts, the ones they choose to push and the ones they don't. I can always tell because if they push it, it gets over 1,000 views. They get over 1,000 views. When they don't, I have some videos on my other channel, on my 6 minutes channel, which I post the same jokes, but that's pretty much all I post there. Are the jokes, the shorts that y'all see me post here. That's pretty much all I do on 6 minutes. There's some that they push and some they don't, and I don't understand why, but I try to title them all accordingly. And it's weird because I don't really have to censor myself as much for those as I do. But since I shoot one video to post to all my social medias, TikTok is the toughest. So that's why I say eggplant instead of dick and the JJ instead of any of the other colorful words I could use for that. Not allowed to say cocaine. I have to say that white powder that people smell through dollar bills. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that, Brandy. I would rather go down in flames. You know, I do it as my way. Is I try to toe the line. I'm not going to do what YouTube wants me to do 100%. But if I can do some little something where I don't feel I'm compromising myself, like I shortened my intro and it helped at first. Now they're saying my outro was too long. I need to shorten that. I feel that I could do that and I'm okay with that. And I may try that to see if it does actually make a difference. So I have to watch dropping F bombs. So I do watch that. I'm allowed to drop a few, but I try to watch that. So I don't feel like I'm compromising on myself too much. But my goal is to grow. Now I have over 17,000 subscribers, but most of my views come from non-subscribers. So most of my subscribers don't even watch, which is weird. So YouTube pushes me based on the views, not on my subscribers. That's how it used to be. So it's not based on that anymore. It's based on views. I used to play Modern Warfare 2. That was my hands down favorite game. Modern Warfare 2. I love first person shooters. Um, I was a beta tester for World at War, and because I'm brutally honest, they didn't like what I had to say about it, and they never asked me to beta test another game. I wasn't a dick. I just gave my honest opinion. There was a lot of bugs in World at War, and there was some potential cool stuff, but eh. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is my all-time favorite. Prior to that, I used to play Metal Gear, all the way up till Snake Eater. I beat Snake Eater the first day we got it. Uh, that had a lot of potential, but they screwed that game up. uh, if you're talking about you're talking about when I beta tested World at War, maybe my outro is pretty long. Here's all that's wrong with the game. So maybe that was it. I'm sure they didn't like what I had to say. Like I said, I wasn't a dick about it. I was, as a fan of the franchise, I tried to be honest, and here's what's weak. I guess they didn't want to hear that. But then again, when they did actually drop it, I didn't play it. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite game. That's the game I played the majority of the time. I never got into Diablo, Gears of War I didn't get into, Halo I didn't get into. I don't think I ever played Doom. All my friends loved Halo, and I played it for a while, but I didn't like the way it played. I love the way Modern Warfare 2 played, and I've heard it's only better now. Whatever it is they're up to now. My son's still a huge gamer. All right, Ryan. See you next time. Oh shit! It is almost that time, dude. I'm glad you said it. Hey, y'all know the deal. I totally appreciate the time that we spend together. I look forward to it again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right, Jonathan. I'll see you, buddy. Like I said, I should have your video up tomorrow, but I'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much. Be safe. Peace.